No more, no more, no more, no more, no more crumbs. It's the Value Journey Podcast with Rhonda Jennifer. No more crumbs. You are royalty, victorious, God's creation. You've been made for so much more. No more, no more, no more, no more, no more.
Often, from our experiences, we are left to feel unworthy, empty, and questioning if we matter. But with God, He reassures us that we do matter, and we do have tremendous value. Have you been conditioned to devalue yourself? Are you settling for a lifestyle of crumbs? Do you question your purpose and value? The No More Crumbs value messages are derived from the Bible story in Matthew 15:25-28, where a woman believed she was only worthy enough to settle for crumbs and never believed she deserved more. Not until she met Jesus. Jesus encouraged her to want more in her life. And with this woman's acceptance of Jesus' love, she was awakened to want better for her life. From this acknowledgement, Jesus commended her on her faith to accept the new truths about herself. The Value Journey podcast is focused on providing supplemental and suggested tools to help you accept the positive truths about yourself and guide you on how to take action steps to activate your truths. God has designed for us all to live a life that is full and enriching. You deserve victories in your life. You are royalty. You are God's creation. You are valuable. Now join me as we grow together with the Value Journey podcast.
Our previous guest, Mr. Gerald Jordan from the Jacob's Ladder Foundation, connected us to today's guest. I am very honored and very thankful that the Value Journey podcast is being awarded with a Bullying Ends With Me certification. We are being recognized for taking a stand against bullying and supporting the iii4me Incorporated anti-bullying movement. We thank you, Mr. Collier, Mom Manager, and iii4me Incorporated. Thank you. James Edward Collier III is an 11-year-old honor roll student and Chief Executive Visionary Officer, and the owner of iii4me Incorporated. iii4me is an anti-bullying resource for kids around the world. For the last 3 years, James has used iii4me Incorporated as a way to channel the negative energy that stemmed from being bullied at school. Working alongside his mom manager, James sets the foundation for his company and has regained his self-esteem and improved his behavior as well. iii4me has a powerful purpose with the work towards ending bullying with 3 methods: awareness, outreach, and empowerment. Awareness. James created his very own comic book series, The Adventures of Sunk Mania Galaxy, also known as SMG, which is space certified. Sunk Mania is designed to help kids overcome bullying and to teach them what to do when faced with it. The second is outreach. Outreach is an advocacy, fundraising, and community support, and 10% of all iii4me Incorporated sales are donated to the anti-bullying movement. James uses this money to give back to the community by hosting community anti-bullying rallies and other events. iii4me Incorporated gives free Bullying Ends With Me wristbands to kids that sign up the iii4me Incorporated anti-bullying pledge. James is nearly halfway to meeting his goal of 20,000 signed pledges. He currently has over 9,500 signed pledges. James has spoken to over 1,000 kids in the U.S. and has reached over 10,000 kids in 5 countries: the U.S., Canada, Nigeria, Dubai, and Thailand. Third is empowerment. Giftedly educated, exceptional kids, also known as the Geek Society. There are t-shirts, there's signs, there's wristbands, there's pencils and sunglasses, all signifying you to have self-confidence to establish your inclusion and empowerment. My goodness, James has quite a resume, so without further ado, let's welcome James Collier III. James, take it away.
So my name is James Collier. I am 11 years old now, and I am the Chief Visionary Officer of iii4me Inc., the anti-bullying movement. It does 3 things to help bullying. The first thing is it gives out my anti-bullying t-shirts, which I'm wearing right now. This is not one available. We also sell my anti-bullying comic books called Sunk Mania Galaxy, and we also help kids sign the anti-bullying pledge, and they get a free wristband if they do.
It's wonderful. My
Yes, and you are such a hero. Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
You're such a hero. And did you become this advocate for anti-bullying?
This started in aftercare. So at aftercare, I was just waiting for my mom to pick me up, and then I kept getting bullied. One of the kids kept going from I'm your friend, I'm not your friend, I'm your friend, I'm not your friend. This is a cross between that. So then I just sat by myself, no one to play with, and I got about markers and some paper and a stapler, and then boom, created my first comic book. 2 pages.
Woo! That's a blessing.
Because I was never good.
Oh, that's wonderful. Because I was both a child, and we didn't have organizations created, and we felt victimized, and we didn't know who to talk to. So how were you able to open up and express what's going on?
Well, my first time I opened up and expressed was with my comic book. That first comic book, about 2 pages, bad drawings. I handed it over to my mom, and when she picked me up, and then she said, "Do you want to make this a real comic book?" And I was like, "Sure." After that, that was the birth of 3 for me.
Handle the bullying?
Well, I shared it to teachers. The teachers barely did anything. Same thing happened for 4th and 3rd grade at Longfields now. So I just reported it to mom. They handled it. The main bully, he got kicked out. I don't know about the school, but I know we got kicked out of aftercare because he stopped going.
There's many types of bullying, and you touch on those. Can you talk about that?
Yes. So there are 4 types of bullying. The first one is physical bullying, which is when someone punches or kicks. And then next thing is the verbal bullying. It's just as it sounds when someone calls you names. Social bullying is, like, for example, when someone is in your class and has a birthday party. It's really cool, has all the stuff you like there, and then invites everyone in the class except you for a particular reason. That's social bullying. Next part of social bullying is when someone spreads rumors about you. And then the last one is cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is basically all those types of bullying except physical bullying, and it's online. And now, as COVID-19 progresses, we have way more cyberbullying because everyone goes online, mostly targeting the kids. I have these slides that had video game policies. I don't know where they are now, but Roblox has policies. I believe Fortnite has policies. You can report bullying. And also there's one that you might not have heard of. It's called World of Tanks, that also has a policy on bullying. So the concept of each book is for the villain to be defeated. The villain gets the heroes on a cliffhanger, and then you gotta wait until the next book. Like, for example, on the first book, the villain, Ashfire, is coming at them. They have no ammo in their machine guns on their ship. We'll get the page. This is the scene right here, if you can see it. I'll back up a little bit. And it says "to be continued" right here, if you can see that. And then in the second book, it says, it continues from that. So, and then the villain is defeated right then, after the page. In this book, so the villain was defeated in this book, because what I wrote about the story was too short. So I'm working on writing the 3rd book now.
Congratulations. Oh, that's wonderful.
Thank you. I love science, I love space, I love aerodynamics. I pretty much know some random, useless, yet impressive info about everything. What I really wanted to be when I grow up is either a fighter pilot or an astronaut. And I have to be a fighter pilot to be an astronaut, so I can do both jobs in one time.
That's great aspirations, and yes, you can. I congratulate you on being recognized by Space Foundation.
But when I was with the Science Foundation, I was my book got promoted. It had a little sticker with their logo on it, and they promoted my book. Coding. I have these classes that I take called White Hat Junior. White Hat Junior is basically coding. You can learn coding from any age, they will teach you how to code. They start from code.org, they go to code.org app lab, which is a little bit more complex than regular code.org. And then after app lab, they go to Thunkable. Then they go to chat apps. Then they use chat apps to put into Thunkable. It's all very it's confusing, but you'll learn it once you do the classes. Right now, my next class is a capstone, which is kind of like a milestone. I'm on using databases right now, class 44.
That's brilliant. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yes, I have acted in a movie. I barely had any talking part. I only said like one sentence in the entire movie, but it was a good movie, so I didn't care. For the rally, we have it every year. I think it's either at the end of October or I think it's at the end of October, around that time, I think. It's either at the end or start, and maybe it's at the end of November. Yeah, it's at the end of November. My anti-bullying rally, we just had our third annual one. It started in 2017. Our most recent one happened just last year, and we were doing, we had some cyber activities, we had some giveaways and things. So our rallies have been going good. We've been saving up a lot of money. Our first rally, we had about $500, and 10% of that claim went to helping bullying purposes. We're working on a fourth annual for this new year.
Wonderful, wonderful. Host
Young Mogul News. So Young Mogul News, Young Mogul Academy is a class I take to help grow my business. And I also do interviews with other young moguls who also are in the classes. They interview us and we interview them. It's pretty much, we do interviews there. Oh yeah, 31-day challenge. I think that was for November, I believe. But that 31-day challenge is to help, is for everyone to stop bullying and share some love during COVID-19. Be something like read a book, write a poem, call a friend. I also had this show, I think, from 2018. I had it weekly. I shared bullying tips from articles. And also my mom has a company. She used her company because her company is about helping businesses to help my business.
Oh, congratulations.
If you see me at a school, before I leave, I have a message for the bully, the bystander, and the bullied. So for the bully is, you might want to stop because you're making yourself look bad to other people, and you might want to doubt why you are bullying. And if you are a bystander, then you can report to the nearest trusted adult, or you can intervene with the bullying, because I believe 54% to 60%. Bullying ends within 10 seconds if you just intervene. So that's what I highly recommend you do. And for the bullies, I also want you to report to the nearest trusted adult, and I also want you to maybe ignore or just walk away. Yes, I'm trying to create the anti-bullying app. It has funny videos on it, tips to. I'm really trying to get the app done because now I have stuff with coding, so I'm able to try to get the app out. But it gives funny tips. It gives tips. You can watch funny videos, and also it has a link to my anti-bullying pledge, my comic books, a link to go through. iii4me.com. I'm going to email you when the app is officially has a planning to be out, but I don't know yet.
I'm excited. Oh, that's.
Last times I spoke at a school, after I was done, they treated me like a celebrity. Selfies all over the place. Selfie every 5 steps.
Congratulations. And I saw that you were on.
Yes, I was 2 times actually. One on Prince George's County, and the other, I think I was on News 4. That's amazing. And also, most of my classmates saw that, and I was like, wait, is that James?
So deserve it.
Bulletproof tip of the day. So that one is basically just giving maybe statistics, some of the stuff on my shirts. So here's one of my shirts right here. That's the one I was getting the tell a trusted adult, walk away, and ignore. So I have some cyber. Here's what the pledge looks like on this page. So I'm going to start a fan club, which gives you a Galaxy Access card, free T-shirt, limited edition SMG shirt. SMG is short for Song Community Galaxy. Exclusive on SMG products. Introduction to the Mania show, the Bully Free Zone. That's the show I used to do. The Bully Free Zone with SMG comic book creator James Collier. Autographed copies of SMG. VIP treatments at SMG events, and email me for more information. I pledge to be bully free and to report any bullying I see. We all are different, I do agree, but I pledge to treat everyone fairly. Loving myself, that is the key. Being myself is living courageously. I pledge and guarantee that future bullying ends with me.
That's wonderful. Global. Yeah. So
yes, I just went international. I think I hit Nigeria. So my mom trip to Nigeria, she loved it. And plus, she shared my comic book. She shared my pledge there. She also went to Dubai, and she shared it there.
bravo. Congratulations. Congratulations.
So, Black heroes, I did Martin Luther King, I believe. I did a Black artist, I believe.
Heroes like yourself
Right.
are historical heroes, and you're our current hero. So
Right.
it's very impressive. You're giving other people courage and hope.
Right. Yes. So you might have all heard recently that President Donald Trump has encouraged people to riot the Capitol building. That is also a sign of bullying, which is encouraging people to do what you are too scared to do. That's basically one of the signs of bullying.
I agree. I commend you on speaking on such a serious. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. When you're playing video games, you should be able to report bullying, and you should also be able to block bullying. And that's blocking is on social media as well. You can also maybe mute the person. Most likely, I really recommend blocking because I have about 31 blocks in Fortnite currently right now, and they're about to build up as soon as I log on today. So
Yeah, I agree. Right. And what do you do to encourage yourself?
to encourage myself, I just read the pledge, maybe read one of my favorite books. That's what I usually do. Favorite book, I would say, well, it's actually a series, Harry Potter. I really like the series. I just finished the 4th book. I'm getting ready to move on to the 5th. And the 5th is also my favorite movie. For fun, I just normally play video games, read. I like to maybe draw sometimes, watch TV, and hang out with my dog, Prince.
I saw he's adorable.
Yeah, he's only a puppy, but trust me, he's getting more vicious under the moon. Biting 24/7, jumping off of things 24/7, ripping up my stuff. So inclusion, I would say including people into big events. I would say I don't want to not include people because that would be a type of cyberbullying, social bullying. Back at the aftercare, I was being social bullied when no one would play with me, and they would play with everyone else. No one would play with me. And also, I don't want people to dislike other people based on their differences.
Yes, yeah.
You're all related because you all came from the same person.
I agree. Agree, James.
Well, about being kind, just ask my school, so morning announcements. I'm part of the morning announcements team as well. So morning announcements team is basically a band of students, and we all go out. We don't need to share videos. They only need to hear our voices and see the slides. Also, I am working on getting my comic book slide on the morning announcements. I'm working on that. I'm also on the Science Bowl team, which is we're going our first match with me on the team. We're going up at February 10th at 11 a.m. Waiting for that moment. The same teacher coordinates the Science Bowl and the morning announcements team. Her name is Miss Bear. She's an amazing teacher. What we do with the Science Bowl is like maybe a team of 3 with 1 substitute and another team of 3 with 1 substitute. And then there's one host. His name is Mr. Z. Right now we're going virtual. Mr. Z gives a random question off of the random board of six, I believe. There's zoo green things, something about the zoo, Dateline science, let's get physical. That's not about getting actual physical. There's like maybe like physics and stuff. We meet every Monday and Wednesday for Science Bowl.
Is that one of your favorites activities?
One of my favorites. My most favorite subjects is reading, math, and science.
I like it.
It depends what we're doing in science at the time.
So what do you and Prince do together?
So normally I would be watching anime, and Prince would be either on my bed with me, next to me, or on top of me. And also Prince would be jumping off of my bed, running around my room, me picking him up and putting him back on my bed, and jumping off again. I really enjoy watching anime, really enjoy playing video games. I'm most commonly fond with Fortnite. I also play a little bit of Minecraft and put a little spell break in there, and boom. Something in the Galaxy. I mean, that's just my mind being creative. I just said, okay, I need a random name of random three words or just whatever, and then that's what I got. Something in the Galaxy.
I love it.
So how I manage my free time, school, and my company. I do my company on the weekends. Video games, I do that after school, after I finish my chores. My school has regular hours now. Back before school, back in about 4th grade, when we had kind of like the emergency go into virtual, we had about like maybe one class, maybe two, and everything was in the same classroom. So if you had specials, we had to go stay in the classroom. If we had everything else, we just had to stay in the classroom. We didn't have any other Zoom meetings after that. We just, after that, we had some work to do. And then now the teacher is with us all the time. Now that we're in a Zoom meeting all the time, we have to get our work done. We have the slides that the teacher watches over, make sure that we're doing them right. And there's also, just so we know about the information, she gives us tests sometimes. So we're in the Google Classroom. Class starts at 8 and ends at around 1:55.
That's a busy schedule.
Very busy. We don't really have homework, but the only homework that we have is if you haven't completed the slides, you have to get them done by 8 o'clock that night and then turn them in on Google Classroom.
Ooh, that's pressure.
Yeah, so you have 6 hours from when school ends to do that work. And the work's really easy too. I usually try to because she has a work completion chart, and every time we can just chat her privately in the Zoom meeting, because if it's on everyone, then, because we like to spam a lot in the Google Classroom. We like to spam a lot. We spam as much as we can when we can, but we also have some breaks in between. So when we're about to leave a break, we may have a 5-10 minute break. After the break's done, before the break is done, she would start counting down from 5, and then we would start spamming. And then that also happens before lunchtime, right before we go to a lunch break, 11:15 to 12:15, and also before we leave school.
And what is, sorry, I don't know that.
So spam is basically, in the chat when it's to everyone, you just type and then enter, and just keep doing that really fast, and this is spam.
Oh, that's funny.
Just type and enter, type and enter. Most people just copy some random thing and just post it there.
I love the bracelet.
It also has my website on it, and then also Bullying Ends With Me on it. And also inside, once you turn it inside out, it says, "Thanks for pledging," if you turn it inside out. Yes, this is the t-shirt I have on. I have my comic books on, and I also used to sell some pins.
Comic books we can find on Amazon.
Right, and also here's a real one of the pledges right here. And also I have this in my background. I usually have it standing up, and I write something with a dry erase marker, something up there, something encouraging when I go to events. If you see in my mom's car's trunk, when we're about to go into an event, you'll barely fit in there. So we have about 2 totes, and also we have this and maybe some other posters. So it's really full though. And plus, we have to fit a table in there and everything.
I am so looking forward to the rally and hearing more about you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule.
Well, I'm not really that busy today.
Good.
Bye.
Please plan to connect with iii4me Incorporated to add the program into your schools or aftercare and to learn more. To connect with James, book him for speaking engagement and rallies. You can find the bullying pledge along with his products and more information on how to stop bullying on his website, iii4me Incorporated. He's on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you, James, for being such a hero and being so brave. Continued success, James, and continue to be the beacon of light and the leader to stand against bullying.